Nigeria has everything it takes. I can tell you that the issue of electricity, today I was speaking with someone who is an expert. And it all boils down again to the lack of will. If Lagos State, for example, says, yes, I'm ready to power my own energy, suddenly someone will come from NEPA and say, oh, we're sorry, you can't connect to the national grid.
Yes, definitely.
So it's not just about money. So even if you find the money to build a power plant in Lagos today, you are going to have problems with the federal. So the federal behaves like, like an headmaster, you know, who must control everything. If you look at the roads leaking from Oshodi, going through the Apapa Road, or you are going through Okokomaiko, going to Badagry, that road has virtually collapsed. Yet, the federal government says, Fashola cannot touch it because it's a federal road. What does it matter?
Who repairs it?
Who repairs it?
Who does it?
Like the Yorubas will say, a man finds a snake, a woman kills the snake. The most important thing is for the snake to die. So we have a serious situation at hand, and it's constitutional. But in a situation where the legislators are busy fighting over money, so come and tell me how they will now make laws that can change all these rules and regulations. So for me, it's going to be a battle for all Nigerians. If I were the president of Nigeria today, I can assure you I will go on the streets with the people. I will march on the streets with the people. Some of these people who are causing all these problems, we will make sure that they are recalled by their people. You see, you need a fearless leader, not a leader who is thinking, I want to remain in power. It does not matter. If they can remove you, let them remove you. If it is you can remove them, remove them. It's a battle. Let me tell you, those people are not going to go away when you have a weak leader who is just a politician. A politician cannot do it. Because in politics, they've been trained to just share the booty. So you need a business-oriented human being who can see governance as a business. In business, you are interested in results. You want to get results. In politics, it does not matter. Look at how long it took PDP just to appoint a chairman. Horse trading, wheeling and dealing, just to get a chairman. And at a time when Britain has two people, prime minister and his deputy, under 45, all we can do is to go and exhume dead bodies all the time. Go and look at the quality of the minister. If I ask you the names of the governors in Nigeria today, I can bet my life you don't know 10 of them. These are local champions who are not exposed to the best things of the world. And even if they are exposed, they are too timid to bring about that change because they want to remain in power. So you need someone who is not afraid to confront the system and say, yes, if you are going to remove me as president, it is not my father's property, go ahead and remove me, but I will do what is right.
Okay, if you have to look at the Nigerian economy, for example, where would you start from? Because we know the issue of greed. We know the problem with lack of discipline in governance and in the way money is being spent. We know the problems created, or the image created for Nigeria as a result of the fact that we're building one strip at the airport and it's costing so many billions. And at a point, it was said that they practically halved the budget for that. It means they could have spent double the amount.
So some people were going to run away with that money.
And they were going to run away.
If I were the president, immediately I would have suspected that something fundamental was wrong. I would have cancelled that. Because actually, it is Lagos that requires an additional runway, not Abuja. Yeah. How many flights go to Abuja?
So
how many flights?
If they got all of these issues, where, let's assume that in January the election takes place, you're sworn in May 2011 or whenever it is, and you become the next president. When you look at the Nigerian economy, where do you want to start?
Let me tell you, the best thing that can happen to Nigeria is to have a leader who from day one is going to show himself as a selfless leader. The problem we've always had is about selfishness, the big egos. If you look at Nigeria today, how come 80-year-old men are still running riots all over the place and causing trouble in Nigeria? Because they don't know anything else outside power. So you need a leader who is not coming to power because of my person. I just want to be called president. I can tell you the closest we got to it, and we lost it, was Obasanjo. Obasanjo is a leader that I know understands Nigeria very well. But the moment he allowed his person to come into it, the moment he started thinking about second term and possibly third term, he lost it. That is one man who is fearless. That is one man who is respected. He was a very respected statesman. But the moment he allowed politics to take the better of him, is because what usually happens is that politics is very addictive. Once you cannot resist that addiction, there is no way a leader will not fall. And that is the tragedy that befell Nigeria. Because that was one man that all the governors feared, everybody feared him. He was a military man. If a military man cannot do it, then who would have done it? And that is why a lot of us, despite the fact that we disagreed with him fundamentally on the issue of Abiola, we thought, okay, let's give him a chance and see what will happen. But at the end of 8 years, just like that, 8 years sped by, and what do we have? No road anywhere. No electricity anywhere today. Every day they are calling me in my house, diesel has finished. Your generator is coughing as if it has tuberculosis. You know, so many things are happening and nobody. So that is why if you find someone like me in politics, I've been watching from the sideline. The way I describe it is that I've been in the corridor of politics of my life. I've not been in the corridor of power. There is a difference between being in the corridor of politics and being in the corridor of power. So from the corridor of politics, I could see a lot of things going wrong. And I was praying and hoping that it will change one day. But I'm now convinced that they are not going to change. It is obvious that even the election we want to hold, it will take a miracle in heaven for us to deliver that election safely. But someone must come out and take that risk and carry that burden.
A little shower of blessing on our country, after which we will have a bright sunshine of a democratic society in which there will be transparency, in which the corruption of old will be swept away, in which the reputation for drug trafficking will be a thing of the past, in which Nigeria could then enjoy the peace, tranquility, and steady, orderly progress of all democracies, and in which you can then start to implement our program, Farewell to Poverty. There is enough in our country for everybody's needs. We will curb the greed of those who believe that theirs must be satisfied at the expense of the legitimate and genuine needs of the masses of our people. So help me God.
The time has indeed come for Nigerians to unite behind this global icon and living legend, Basharu Dele Momodu. For sure, the new hope is here for Nigerians.